Hey Cancer, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading from October 31st through November 2nd, 2025. This is for Cancer. Conflict just hit the ground. Last shuffle for Cancer. Conflict just hit the ground, so we have intuition, manifestation. We have loss with conflict. Let me see if I can find that card because I will forget to get it and then it will just be out of the deck. And yeah, there we go. I know when cards are missing because the deck will just fly across the room like, don't put them cards down. Start it over. There's a card under the desk here. And then I'll find, But conflict here tells me that there are some things over the weekend that are not going to come together. Like plans will not come together. Intuition and manifestation. Yeah, it feels like even the best laid plans will be changed. Yeah, very much so. They're speaking of you being confident despite the fact that things don't go the way that you would like for it to go. If you find yourself running into a bit of a kerfuffle, it's important to ask for help from other people. I feel like people around you have gone through the same thing and they will be able to tell you, oh, see, there's going to be a detour. What you want to do is make a left and then take that immediate right and you'll be there quicker, kind of thing. I feel that Spirit has a plan whenever they do that does look like somewhat of a conflict of interest for us as people. I would be very careful about being angry. Don't allow anything to trigger you, especially delays. Some things are going to actually end. And they're saying that this ending was inevitable, or that whatever this issue is, especially when it comes to work. I'm seeing work being something where they're asking you to forgive the situation, like people in the situation. They want you to ask yourself, if you could do anything, what would that be? And that would give you an answer. If you could do anything, what would that be? And most of the time it's going to push you to forgive and to learn from the situation. Forgive is important. It's always important for us as spirits, no matter what. It's always important that you forgive. Doesn't always mean it's okay that what they did, or I'm giving them a pass on what they've done, but more so of an understanding that this is what they've done. Now, what have we learned? We've learned that I probably can never trust them around this or this person, or I know now that I can never listen to what they say because they deceived me, and that's important. It's not personal, so you're giving it back to them. You're saying, I'm forgiving now to you because now I know what you've done. So I know what type of person you are. Therefore, I have accepted that that's who you are. So now what I've learned is I cannot leave money around you, or I cannot um, be in a romantic connection with you because you are deceptive. And that's something I've learned. While it's sad, it was inevitable. There was no way I was going to be able to deal with XYZ. So there's something about you needing to learn from the situation and to use it to your advantage. I also feel like there's advice coming towards you. I feel that this advice is going to come from a place of people telling you that you have more control over your life than you even think you do. So you may be asking for advice and they may be turning to you like, why are you even asking me? You already know what you need to do. You don't need this or that. You can do this your way, or you could do that and that. They want you not to be triggered by something or by other people or by what someone has said. I'm seeing gossip being the issue. You might be really, really mad about something someone says over the weekend. You might be like, I can't believe they would say this about me. And it may be at work, but I don't see it being something you need to react to. It's something you need to forgive in that person. And follow in the footsteps of someone else. Yes, this person is that way. Therefore, this is what we have done to bypass it, and just follow. And then know that Spirit has a plan. I think you need to be really careful about your responses, what you say. Don't get involved in any he said, she said at all. They're telling you just keep it moving, right? I would be careful about he said, she said in this situation, okay? Because I think that it's going to be revealed in the long run. But you want to say, I am mindful at all times and live only within each moment I have. We're not focusing on the past. The gossip may be about, did you hear about what they did back then? Because look at this now. Spirit is asking you not to get involved in that part of things. Step back, retreat from it. The only thing that I would say that you could do is to say, because the moon and judgment with loss would be that now you can't pretend you don't know something. But what you can do is say, well, what, is this still going to be a problem? If so, what can I do to circumvent the problem, overcome it? And I feel that people have answers for you, but refrain from the gossip part of things. Later on, it's like, I see harmony coming in the situation. Venus placements are very heavy. I see harmony in these relationships. Things will get better. Don't engage in stuff. It won't end well. I feel that something is slated to end, but you don't want it to be with you, um, because something is not about you in this. But you may inadvertently get involved. So they're like, don't even get involved. But now you're at a space where you can't even say you didn't know or you don't know. That's why they're asking you to be mindful. Somebody there has a big mouth. Someone involved in something is going to go back. Cancer said, didn't say anything. Well, Cancer knows now type of vibe. Back and forth, the Lovers and the Hanged Man is telling me that your intention is, do you do something new or do you just surrender to the situation that you're in? Spirit saying that don't think you have to surrender to anything. You have more control over your situation than you realize. Angel number 2002 is here, so that could be a year that's important, a year you were born. But it's talking about how you got to focus on what interests you. Things are going to get better with time. You'll make better friends in the first place. They want you to chill, have fun, open up. But open up and have fun and chill is not gossip. That part is what I'm saying. If you're going to speak, it would be more so about being mindful about what you're asking about, what your help, like maybe you need assistance in something. You should always change the story or change the conversation back around to something more productive, because it will get back to other people that you're messy, even if you're not. You know what I mean? The loving woman is 5 of Cups and Ace of Cups. Yeah, nobody needs to be saying that about you, really. I'm just like annoyed that that's even coming up. I'm like, what? Say that about Cancer? What's wrong with y'all? But the loving woman is a not gender specific. This is someone who's like disappointed. They're sad. They're embarrassed. They're ashamed. This is part of the reason why Spirit is saying don't get involved in any he said, she said. Things are going to get better with the situation. But if this is someone who will fight or argue or cause a lot of problems because they're very, it's like there's a lot of shame there, sadness there. There's more to that story. There's more to what, like, this person is triggered, and I see a lot of foolishness going on. You want to take the high road on all fronts. I feel like it's not about you, but it could end up, you could be in the middle of some foolishness if you don't be careful. Please be careful. Don't say anything, because I feel like this is a person who is so sad that they're fighting, like you're angry at the wrong person, you're directing it at the wrong person. That's what will happen here. And it will cause problems for you at work for some reason. This may not be a coworker or anything at work, but they might show up at your job and get you fired type of person. Like they would show up and start drama, and nobody needs drama. You have way more control over this situation. I would be really careful this weekend. And this could involve like your partner's family, your family. It could involve, because I'm seeing that if this involves like your partner's family or friends, this could turn into a problem that will affect your relationship. If you're in a relationship, I would be real careful. Be very mindful of your words. Flip it back if to things that'll be more helpful for you or other people. Like, oh, say you are painting your house. It's like you'll start talking about, y'all know a good place that that sells really good paint for less, or the brushes that I use. You ever painted? Like, keep it back. Keep bringing it back to things like that. So yeah, you could be dealing with a Taurus, a Libra, another Cancer, a Gemini, a Pisces, Aries, Sagittarius. Also, you could be a Gemini Cancer cusp, dealing with a Taurus Gemini cusp. I see Aries Taurus cusp, a Pisces Aries cusp, and Scorpio Sagittarius cusp, Libra Scorpio cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.